Ryan Murray here with Learn Biz. So today we are going to be talking about 5 big mistakes that you want to avoid in your small business. Now stick around to the end of the video if you want to learn my strategy for making sure that you can fix these mistakes or that you don't fall into this trap in the first place. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Mistake number 1, working harder and feeling more stressed and not getting any results out of it. You see this all the time. You've got the entrepreneur that they believe that hard work is going to be the solution. They keep pushing and they keep finding themselves more stressed. They keep finding themselves making worse decisions. They keep finding themselves, their health starts to go downhill. Their business is just not performing and they're just pushing too hard. The problem here is that there are a lot of things going on and just pushing harder, making the same mistakes is not going to fix anything. You got to start fixing those mistakes. You got to start working smarter in your business. So if you're just pushing hard and not getting any results, it's time to make some changes. Now, mistake number 2, and that is lack of direction. I see this a lot with businesses as they're trying to get started or they're trying to expand or whatever they're trying to do to grow their business. They tend to just bounce from idea to idea to idea. They lack the discipline to see things through. They're kind of just bouncing back and forth. And so it's hard to see this in yourself, but easy to see this in others. You notice it right away when you see someone bouncing all over the place. But when you start doing it yourself, what do we say? We say, well, I'm being innovative, and so you have to experiment. You have to try new things. I can't just follow the crowd or else I'll end up doing what they're doing. But we kid ourselves. And so if you really want to know if you're getting sucked into this trap, you want to look at the rear view mirror. You kind of want to see what's behind you and see, have your actions in the past actually led you to where you want to be, or are those actions just steering you all over, bouncing you from thing to thing to thing? So stay away from lack of direction. Now, number 3, this one hits home. It's a personal favorite of mine, and that is can't read or understand financials. Why does this hit home for me? Because I work with so many businesses that they only use their financial statements for tax season. Oh, what a big mistake. You've got to know your financial statements. This is the map. This tells you where to go with your business. And imagine if you got in your car and you weren't using any form of GPS or any form of map and you just started driving around, especially in an area where you've never been before. You're going to get lost. You're going to take wrong turns. It's going to take you 2 or 3 times as long to get where you're trying to go. Use the direction that you have. Use the map. This is what you've got in your financials. So if you're not using this, you're just driving around aimlessly in your business. So that brings us to number 4, and that is when we get stuck. We plateau and we're no longer growing. But the mistake here is not that we're not growing. The mistake here is that we're stuck in doing the same things over and over. We don't understand that we actually need to make some significant changes in our business. And this is especially dangerous when what you've been doing for years has worked. But now all of a sudden it's not working anymore and you need to make some changes that aren't familiar, that are totally different from what you've been doing. And so if you find yourself getting stuck, yes, that is a mistake not to make in your small business. Finally, the last tip or mistake to avoid is to look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you attracting the talent that you want to attract? A lot of us struggle with high turnover. We have a hard time hiring the right people, retaining the right people. We find that even like advisors who are only giving us 2 cents of advice and information, they're not really committed to our business. If you can't attract and keep the right talent, it's not them, it's you. And so you're making a mistake and you need to look yourself in the mirror and you need to say, okay, what are my management skills that I'm lacking? What are my attitudes or the direction that I'm giving or lack of direction that I'm giving? Maybe I'm not taking ownership or accountability of the mistakes that I'm making. And these are all mistakes that you need to be fixing as a manager in your business. So I told you at the end of this video that I was going to tell you the strategy to overcome this, and it's really quite a simple strategy, but it boils down to if you want to be a superstar business, you have to train like a superstar business. Unfortunately, too many entrepreneurs assume that they're just going to get the hang of something. They assume that they'll just naturally pick it up by being in their business. This is false. You actually have to train like a superstar business if you want to be a superstar business. That means you have a training routine. You are spending time learning. You know what you're learning. You know what you're focusing on, and it's put down in a clear, concise plan. That's what we focus on here with LearnBiz, is we want to make sure that you're getting the plan that you need, the strategies that you need for your business. If that's interesting to you, check out all of our content on jazzjune.com/LearnBiz. We've got our podcast, LearnBiz, that you can find on Apple Music, you can find on Spotify or any other major platforms. We've got tons of content to get you training like that superstar business that you want to be. But it won't happen naturally. You got to put in the effort. You got to make it work. Good luck to you. We'll catch you in the next episode.